all the dragonflies here. This is coming down Bud's Lane, just like we did 46 years ago. And we'll be coming up on Bud's house. Hasn't changed much in the last 40 years. A lot of things can change up here. And there's Bud. Say hi!
Lot line or running short?
Well, we usually go like 8. That's how we do it, you know, like, so we know about. So it was about 8. And we told her, because she had a couple nibbles, I said, well, you know, if you feel a little nibber, just loosen up that line, give it a chance to swallow that leech, you know? And she did a good job.
Just using a leech on a hook, or
on a little Joe type.
A little Joe?
Yeah.
Silver or gold or
well,
spinners?
I think she had a chartreuse on there.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how much difference that makes.
I haven't used a little Joe. They don't use that. Never use them except for here. It's like I've tried them and tried them. Up in Canada, any place, I can't catch them. Well, I'm going to ask a few questions, Bud. And you can answer them any way you want. Probably got weeds. I guess I have all these questions running in my head. How did you guys ever come about having this place?
Well, I lived in Wadena. My dad was a salesman, and he got pneumonia. No, got the flu. And that epidemic died when I was about 4 years old. I don't even remember. So then, my grandpa had this place from my mother's side. No, first my dad's folks had the place. They sold it to my mother's dad before my dad passed away. So then we went to live with the grandparents.
Okay.
They had this place. So, and my uncle won that picture. And so I started fishing, and first all I had is a little old hunting boat.
Right.
Then pretty soon they built me a, well, I was helping, built the whole flat. The boat is up there, just a flower bed. That's the first bed, boat. Pretty soon, I built another one. And then from there onward, I guess I bought one or something. And it just expanded.
Now, were the cabins here, or did you guys build them?
No, my uncle and Mike was in the army. And I had a pretty good boat business, and some Rich Jew from Des Moines came up and I took him out fishing. He says, you know what you want to do? Build one cabin, he said. Then when that pays for itself, then you build another one. And that's the way he got started. Uncle and I built that cabin. Cost me, I borrowed some money from my uncle. They paid him back.
Is that the first cabin then? Way up the end?
That's the middle one.
The middle one. Then you added on years later?
Yeah, when I got out of the army, we built the other one up at the end. Then we added on the middle one. And what Dick
Yeah, I've had.
came out of that tree.
Yeah, I've had one already.
I was looking at, that's Murphy Lake, that's silver. And I fish silver there. Comes out about like that.
Yeah, we never did fish
Lot
silver. You could never get in there.
A lot of shallow. No, it's they just put that access in.
Yeah, I've got to drive over there and look at that, because I looked out in the middle of Murphy, I looked over there, it's just so clear.
Yeah.
Whereas before, you didn't even know there was a channel there.
Right.
Looks nice.
You got one of those, haven't you? Map of the lakes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got I got a Murphy and Fischer here too, I think.
I don't think the map that Kathy had Fisher in it, but it had Murphy and Silver. So. Whoa!
What you got?
Bullhead.
Oh boy. Hey,
Bring him up here.
is that a yellow belly?
No, it's white belly.
It is?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, you said you'd catch something, and you did. Here, get it in front of the camera. Stand over there by Bud. Show him what you caught. Look into the camera there.
Yeah, that's a crossbreed. He's full of eggs.
Yeah, you bet.
She's gonna lay.
She thought,
eggs.
here, bring it here. It's a mommy.
Seen a big old dogfish out there this morning off the end of the where the third cabin was.
That's a Dave was
Big
saying.
monster. Well, he said he could see some walleye swimming along the weed edge there. Seen the white, the white on the fin.
See, that's where they grew up. The fingerlings, the ones that
Take it.
didn't go in
No,
the
those things are
weeds,
tasty.
they got gobbled up by the crappies and northerns.
Yeah. Well, they just in Elbert Lee Lake now and Fountain, that kind of froze out this year.
Yeah.
We had a big. Well, I'm sure. So they put all these little ones in, these little fries.
Right, yeah.
They figure by this fall they'll be up to like 6 inches.
Yeah.
Because there's no, a lot of the predator fish are dead, so they figure they grow that fast. I didn't know that.
Yeah, those walleye guys put about 5,000 fries in our lake last year.
They have a little tougher time surviving, though, I bet. All them bluegills and crappies.
Actually, back when, yeah, they get quite a few, but back when our relative was the head of the fisheries up at Detroit Lakes, he'd bring us fry every year.
All the time, yeah.
And we got fingerlings too, but the fry came out better than the fingerlings.
Oh, is that right?
Really? Yeah?
The fingerlings were probably the right size for those northern out here, huh?
Yeah, I suppose.
Those northern, boy, they'll eat a lot of fish.
Well, a couple of years ago, over at Murphy, the boy caught like a pound northern, and there was just like a 2-pound northern that took that thing broadside. We ended up netting both of them just for the heck of it, Let's see if I
is that
could get
right?
him. But yeah, so he was taking on a fish almost this size.
Yeah, they're real cannibals.
Yeah.
Well, there's like that muskie up in Lake Vermilion. I go up there with a friend that he likes to go up there. We go up in September, and he had a smallmouth, probably about a pound, and just caught it, and he was just probably wasn't 10 feet from the boat, and a muskie came up, probably 10-pounder, grabbed that, and it actually got the hook in him, and he landed. I got a picture of it. He landed a smallmouth and a muskie, about a 10-pound muskie, all in the same on the same hook.
Yeah, that can happen. Keep after him there.
Oh yeah, he will. Keep casting straight out into the deeper water. That's where the
Yeah.
big fish are.
That's the way. That's right.
So so you built the cabins one by one.
Yep.
And how many? Sounds like police are down there. That must be the fire department, huh?
That's Ike driving
Ike
out
doing
the
the fire truck.
siren. Kids are probably up there.
Yeah.
Grandkids. You gotta show them all worse.
So you built the cabins. Who were the first people that came in to rent from you? The guys from Iowa? Or did you have some people here in Minnesota, or do you remember?
I think it was mostly Minnesota first. And then the motels were sending guys out to fish. Then they wanted to come rent the cabins.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, motel, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm sending them back to the motel.
Next.
See,
Always works out that way,
yeah,
doesn't it?
what goes around
Comes around. Yeah, yeah. Well, we had a lot of fun here. I mean, there was so many. I mean, we used to catch those turtles and walk down and chase them halfway across the field back here, because they always. Is there a little pond or a lake back this way someplace?
Oh, yeah.
Straight back there.
That's where we got rented to guys that raise walleyes. And they pay the rent by stocking the lake.
Oh, okay.
And we reap the benefits of that,
Yeah.
don't we, bud?
Well, I haven't reaped any yet.
Oh,
Mike is so far, he's the best walleye fishing in the bunch.
well, I don't
He's
know.
caught the most of them.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
he's caught some nice ones.
Bethany's caught well, she's caught two of them. She's caught the biggest one, too, so.
Yeah, but
Oh, out here, yeah.
you showed them all.
Well, I think Murphy tonight's going to be pretty good for walleyes, I think. I think they're going to be good.
You know, Marker, there were possibly some severe thunderstorms.
Yeah, we're watching the Weather Channel,
That's
and
what's
they've got.
stirring them up.
Yeah, could
They
be.
said midnight or after, with heavy winds and hail,
Yeah,
and
I heard heavy winds.
yeah, it says big hail and damaging winds, and it says tomorrow morning, and then it's supposed to clear off and be 80-some degrees.
Well, I don't know if I'll dare to leave that boat where I left it last night then. I'll have to get it down close to the lake, kind of get it out of the shelter a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, it'd be best to bring it down here. Either here or leave it up in the yard, whichever way. You could leave it in the yard anytime.
I'll have to think of a place to put it tonight then.
Yeah.
Well, now, do you remember anything of when Dad came up here the first time, and who he came up with, or?
Yeah. He came up with
Stalzer?
Carl
Carl Mauser?
Mauser,
Oh, okay.
and I think it was one other old guy.
Not Ruff Regan.
Yeah, that's
Ruff?
the one I was trying.
I was thinking Ruff was.
Yeah.
I never knew Ruff, but I think he was one of Dad's fishing buddies.
Yeah. Yeah, he was quite a character.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But they came up here, I know, and fished, and then all of a sudden he started. I don't know, did they come up in the spring or did they come up in the fall? You know?
Generally, they came in June
Okay.
when the best walleye fishing was.
Yeah.
Not this time.
Well, I know he used to fish right off the back of the boat
Uh,
and get that heavy weight and go down deep, and we'd be crappie fishing out, you know, trolling.
well, Jim Hamill
Jim Hamill was another one that came up
came with
here.
him. Yeah, they had him nicknamed Hambone. I don't
Hambone,
know
huh?
how he got the name.
I suppose it sounds close to his real name.
Yeah.
Hamill and Hambone probably is.
Yeah, Hamill. Instead of Hamill, they call him Hambone.
Yeah, I went to school up and through the junior high into high school with his son Chester. He had a son Chester Hamill,
Yeah,
and then they moved to Plano, I think,
right.
and they lived in Yorkville before, but then they moved to Plano.
They were coming up here with a, I think they had a motorhome. Yeah,
Yeah, they had like a camper,
yeah, camp.
a tent, the pop-up thing or something.
And they were coming up till he passed away of a heart attack.
Heart attack, yeah. Well, I just kind of was figuring I know Dad came up here when he was with his buddies, got started anyway, and then he started bringing us up. And it seemed like we'd spend a week or 2 weeks a lot of times. I think he worked for the state, so he'd get the time off in the summer. And he worked the snow plowing for straight time, I think. And then they'd get for every the overtime hours, he'd get the time off in the summer. So we'd take off and sometimes spend a couple weeks up here. It was great, and I don't think I ever missed a morning going out with him.
But you used to even go out on those logs, you know, the old tree that's still.
Down around the corner?
He go walk out on the tree trunk and cast for bass.
You bet. Yeah, I went out that one night after yellow belly bullheads with one guy that was in the end cabin. I don't remember who it was, but
That must have been Nebraska people.
and boy, yeah, I think he was. And
You went out after dark?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he says we bent the barbs on the hooks and had some old beef steak on there. And
Yep.
drop it. He says just let it drop to the bottom, crank it one crank up, and then when you feel a tug, bring it up.
Suckers were
Oh,
huge,
they were
weren't they?
big. They were big.
Yeah.
Kenny used to go into town and buy that shank meat and throw it on top of the cabin for about 3 days. You go out there at night, you could fillet them things just like walleyes. God, they were good
You
too.
didn't know, yeah, but you didn't know what you were bringing up.
They were.
It's pitch black out there.
Yeah, I know it. Then you sit there trying to get that stupid hook out of their mouth with a
Well,
flashlight.
the thing is we bent the barbs,
Yeah.
so they just flopped
First
off.
thing Kenny says, take that barb off there.
Yep.
I thought I would go out one night and try it with an ultralight rod, you know.
Well, you know
Yeah,
where
fun,
it
but
is,
that
where
don't
we
work.
went is right there in that point.
Yep.
And just
Yep.
went right off of that. It looks like it drops off pretty good there.
I think, yeah, once you get past the, that's right where we went too. Just get out a few feet from the weed line. It's like
Here's
12, 15 feet right away.
Right.
tell me is one night they had that big boat out, that big wooden boat, and they had about 200 bullheads swimming all in the bottom of the boat. They're catching so fast they didn't put them in the
Just dropped them in the
stream
bottom of the boat.
Yeah,
I think we put them in gunny sacks.
yeah.
What a mess. Yeah, well, there's, I thought maybe I'd remind you of some stories. I do remember riding in the back of the old Rambler and the old Jeep. You'd put that back end down and we'd take the fish guts and
Yeah. We buried them.
Buried them up there along the
Had to dig a hole up along the
road
field
there.
there.
Yeah,
Now
the
that's
field.
my wife's too. Her memories too when she was a kid, riding on the back of that Rambler.
Yeah.
They must have did that all the time, huh, Bud? She talks
Oh,
about
yeah.
that all the time. That's what she remembers.
I got pictures of there's all I can get on the back end right.
Well, and they had you had an old dog. What was his name?
Bucky?
Bucky.
Yeah. I had several Buckies.
Oh, okay.
Well, I knew one of them.
Generations of Buckies.
The younger sister of Stan up there, Wilma's younger sister, Shirley, she was a little cutie. And when they came up, she and her husband, they were the first of that bunch that came up. And they stayed in the middle of the cabin. We go bullhead fishing. And one time, we caught a walleye in the daytime. And they used to go up around that point sometimes and fish just on the other side. It was dark, and I had my own boat, little boat. I rowed out to June, and I saved this walleye carcass after it played, saved it out and kept it in my boat. Then when they weren't looking, I hooked it, I pulled Shirley's, hooked them all out. I said, Shirley, I think you got a bite.
Oh, God.
Jeez, whoa.
Flayed
God,
itself.
God of us guys laugh. Shirley said, I'm gonna get you. I don't think she ever forgot that. You know, she did. Went up, she tried Lakeshore. She got a container. They like to go shopping, you know, like
Oh, yeah.
the women. And she saw this doggone thing and had shaving cream in it. And it's got monkeys that see no evil, speak no evil, or something like that. And she brought that back for us.
Yeah, hear no
See
evil,
no
see no
evil,
evil,
yeah.
speak no evil. Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
yeah. They came up on their honeymoon, she and her husband Larry.
Oh, is that right?
And then after Stan and Wilma started coming here, Larry and Shirley went to Canada with his folks. Way up, they went to, way up at Flindblock,
Yeah.
to Lake, Jan Lake. And I'd always talk about him up there, and Larry's mother and another gal who used to come up here, their friends, they go up there and they just sit in the boat and jabbering, you know. The guys were casting out. Let's see, Dorothy. Yeah, I think it was Dorothy. No, Marion. She got an 18-pound northern. The guys had brought it up to the boat, and the women were sitting there jabbering, not paying much. Then they got the big
And
fish.
they got the fish.
Yeah.
Didn't hit their lure, but it hit
Just
the women's.
Like Bethany there.
Yeah.
Don't care whether they get it or not.
Well, you know, this morning I had up off the channel there, I had what we call a fire tiger, kind of an orange and black spinner bait I was throwing out there for the little northerns, and I'd say it would look to me like a walleye. It was probably 2 pounds, and it was kind of bronze colored, so it was, I didn't see its eyes good, but it came up and just followed it, and then went and turned and went. But I was kind of surprised. I thought, boy, you know,
that's a good. That's been the best walleye bar. Then up by the ditch, the other side there, that gal that came up there, you know, from the press, Gail,
yeah,
she went up there, caught 3 nice walleyes. We have a fish fry here. They have, she has her friend, and we have the relatives, and she was catching them with a fish rod. And God, we had walleyes, we had bluegills, we had so many fish. We had fish left over. Put them in our freezer. We was eating fish for quite a while after that.
yeah.
Last year, they came out and she and her husband fished right across there. Got more than enough bluegills for our fry. They went out about 3 days in the evenings in a row.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking about heading over. We used to catch the bluegills out here, but
Well, her brother from Warroad, he was supposed to bring, he fishes walleyes through the ice. He was going to bring a batch of walleyes down. Got down by Monoman, he had forgotten the walleye. So he felt bad about that. So then they went out. He took one of the girls that was here, little girl, and his boy out, right out, sitting right in front here.
huh?
Catch them all. We had all kinds of good
Oh
fish.
yeah, yeah. We used to fish about 10 feet deep, right off the edge of the weeds there.
Yeah.
We got them, you know, bigger than your hand. You know, probably, huh? Yeah, you can use that.
That's a bass bait.
Yeah. Bass and muskie.
Mary says this colored guy that was fishing up at the other end a couple weeks ago says that's what he was catching those big bass off the bridge. She
Must be a
said,
lot of bluegills in that channel. There's kids fishing there again today.
oh yeah.
I've never seen anybody fish there before. So already twice I've seen them there.
Well, I sent Gail up there first. I don't know if she, yeah, I think she went up there. I said, go there first. If there's nobody fishing, then you guys fish there, and if there is somebody there, come down here. So that's what they did. She had a gal from Georgia.
Yeah,
Was her sister, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, wanted to show her just, and the kids, the sister's kids. They had fun.
Yeah, I remember one night the guy was across the way there, about where that old tree is busted in half, and we were standing here, and guy caught a big northern, had a big northern hook, but he lost it over there. We saw it jump once, and that thing was a big fish. I mean, to be able to see it from here, you know, I bet it was probably a good 15-pounder maybe. And he started cussing. He lost it.
Got a lot of, there's some Larsons that used to come up here. Alvin,
he a fireman?
Alvin Larson and Mike, his son.
Mike is a fireman, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he lives like a block from me. Up
Yeah.
right across from like the park. He's about a block from me there.
Mike and his dad were up here one summer. He was right over across, and Al got this, either Al or Mike got this big northern on, and got it up the, Al says it looked like a fence post, broke the line on, took off. I guess a real snout or something, the line started, and that was all, most of the road.
Yeah, and here they get down those weeds, they can get loose pretty easy.
Well, he took off for the deep water.
Yeah, the big ones usually
Just
do.
had yeah, that's where they come in. He just had all that weight. They had a strong line too. They were using those nylons then. When they'd stretch, when they snap, sound like a
Gun
22
shot.
rifle go off.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have live wells at the end of the chicken wire. We'd stick those catch of the day in there, so the next morning we could clean them.
Sometimes you couldn't clean them at night, boy. The mosquitoes used to be so bad.
They'd carry you away.
I don't think they've been as bad the last few years, bud. Seems like they haven't been.
No.
Well, I remember some years you could hear them when you come in at night. All you could hear was the buzzing. Boy, you better hurry up.
And the mosquitoes are coming around now. So, I mean, mosquito hawks coming. There are some up the house area. They'll be down by the lake here. But they'll starve if there aren't enough mosquitoes. Because that's what they live on.
Yeah, we used to go out and catch frogs in those weeds. I think some of the best bass fishing is probably in these back of these weeds, way back in. If you just had a weedless, something you could get back in there.
Yeah, I got some sport fishermen that caught big ones and just threw them loose in it. Took a picture.
Yeah, that's what we do most of the time.
Dale was out with Sandy, my niece, one day. They was coming from up the other end, and he had Rosie's little 12-foot boat, and Dale says to Sandy, "What should I use?" It was about like this afternoon, right? Sandy says, "You got a plastic frog?" Yeah, Dale said, "Use that." She casted it was later on when all the lily pads were. She casted in toward the reeds, skipped it across, all at once, this basket, out of the lilies in the ground. And that wasn't a real big one, about 2.5 pounds. And give her a good fight. She turned loose again. Oh,
Yeah, it's just about as easy for me to stop at Motley and buy a bunch of walleye fillets as it is to try and catch all these fish.
What car is that? Might be Gail again.
She got an SUV? Was it a van?
Yeah.
It's a van or an SUV the way it looked when it was.
Yeah.
It looks white though.
Yeah.
Got a dog, whoever it is. Looks like a golden lab or a golden retriever or something. Golden lab.
It could be. It's probably real hard. Probably Lori. Lori's got a new Ford
Like Explorer.
van.
Is it white?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
what-
probably her then. There's the dog.
Yeah.
getting wet now, taking a
Yeah,
bath.
she's gonna take
Now,
a bath.
is this who's this, your niece?
That's my niece.
The one that writes in the paper?
Yeah.
That's what I thought her name was, Lori. Look at this. Dragonfly.
Jeez.
Yeah, there,
Not my
yeah.
batch.
Is this their mating season?
Uh,
Boy, they're just thick all over up in the roads and
they must be hatching out. See, actually, they're, what do you call those? They crawl up out of the water.
the nymphs.
No, Nelgramites.
Yeah, Elgramites.
That's what they are.
Yeah, and then they come up and then they change into the dragonfly.
Right.
Well, that's the first I've seen him was just right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, boy,
It's,
up there.
Unless I haven't been
Chris
paying
and I-
attention.
Just got warm enough so they hatch out.
Yeah,
They'll
maybe.
come out of the water.
Do you have a temperature gauge? You checking the water temp?
No.
I was last night. Now we were just down at that end, the shallower end, and boy, it was like, what was it, Chris? 72?
Oh,
Yeah.
The surface.
oh
That's,
yeah.
that's pretty
That's
warm down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of these nights the crappies will start then, maybe.
Yeah, you get up to that
But they
temperature.
They've never been this late before. Yeah, know they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
You see them on the fish finder.
Yeah. Well, Chris is doing okay though. He's caught bluegills and northern. Hadn't caught a crappie yet. I told him, I said, that's
Can I
worse.
go walk in the water?
Can you walk in the water? Yeah, I suppose you can.
Over there, like, shallow, so I don't get my shorts wet.
It's shallow here. Where are you walking? Over where?
By the bridge.
Well, there's a current that goes through that bridge. By the dock you can go, but it's going to be just the same as it is here. You might get a leeches on you. You got to watch out for them.
Right here.
Those things
you can
come off.
wade right this side of the. Looks the cleanest right there. Mike's daughter or Mike's wife she rakes it up, rakes all the weeds up, and they swim on it after it warms up.
Yeah, I told him it was going to be a
Cold.
little bit cold, but I said he wants to jump in the lake, so I said I'll probably let him.
Not in this flood. Up, where you take yours
That's
up on the other lake.
probably a little cleaner over there now by the ditch. They raked that all out last summer. It was all gutted
Hey,
out.
Bud, where is that rake with the long... I know I seen it yesterday.
It's right by the trailer. Right on the corner of the trailer. Hey,
On the
up
outside?
front. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, look by the front there.
Well, I was raking it because I know when Nancy comes up, she's going to want to go swimming, and I found this. I knew I had seen it yesterday when I was looking for it last night. I could not find it, but I knew I had seen it. Okay. I'll dig around there later.
You mean you're gonna rake all that moss cut stuff through there?
Gonna try
Ow.
with the rake thing.
Walking it?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to swim off the end of the dock here. This is we used to get, once in a while, we get a few leeches on us too.
Yeah.
They come off.
Ow.
Yeah. Take them and fish with them.
Yeah.
Use them for fish bait.
I don't think those fish like those kind.
The,
Pull them off?
You just pull them off. Or if they're stuck on too hard, then you
put some salt
put some salt on them, and then they curl up into a ball and they drop right off.
If you just swim around. Usually don't when you wade in the weeds. I think it could be a little early for leeches.
Yeah, it might be. June, we always seem to always get a few.
Yeah. You find out, Nuri.
So you keep the cabin pretty well rented out, huh?
Oh, they're just, using we just cooking this one. They stay over the Eagle Lake there.
Oh, okay.
But, deers who used to fishing here got their boats, here, they never fish over the Eagle.
No, never stepped foot in that lake.
What lake?
Oh, Eagle Lake, where we stay.
You know that lake that was across from where we are, the Morningside? That's the Eagle. That acorn does look interesting, though. Like,
Yeah.
is there a public landing, you know?
Yeah, there's a public access.
I drove down Acorn Road and I couldn't find it.
Oh, the, long, frontage road, it's way down to the end of the frontage roads.
Well, that's where we went. We went way back in there, but then there's a drop off.
Yeah, it drops off pretty good. You can, ask Terry about it.
I'll have to. I'll have him come down there and go with us and show us.
Yeah. One guy, one of the guys that stays over in Eagle caught a 7.5 pound walleye.
Wow.
Had him on it. Caught it on. That, he tries it every year now. Usually gets something. But this time, they just caught a few little walleye. Let go.
Yeah, there's
I
a
had a tick on you.
out. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you kill him?
No, I flicked him.
Don't flick him. Kill him.
He was crawling on me.
You just grab him with your fingers and bring him over here, and I'll kill him.
I don't know where he went. I flicked him. Hey, there you are. Merry Christmas. And we haven't had a nice day. That was just for me.
Yeah, we've got to get some minnows. Leeches, I guess.
I hate leeches.
After going to Murphy, and I think on Acorn, they'll take leeches too.
What are they for the crappie? Pretty much just using a shiner, the small crappie minnows.
Actually, yeah, but I think Terry wasn't even, they were just using little jigs when they call all those crappies. That was in August though, so it's different earlier like this.
All the times we've been up the walleye fishing up in Canada, we've caught some. We had one time up there that we caught so many walleyes in probably 4 hours of fishing. I imagine we caught 200 walleyes. I mean, it was as fast as we dropped it in, we were catching them, and they were all 3 to 4 pounders, all the same size.
What was the name of the lake?
Lake St. Joseph. It's from where we are in Illinois, it's 24 hours drive all the way up there. It's up in northern Ontario. Pete, my brother Pete and I went to Flin Flon and the Pa, Lake Athapapiscow. That was in 1974. I got a 14-pound northern, 40-inch, nice fish.
Did you get him?
And oh yeah, I got pictures of them and stuff. I brought them home and baked them. It was almost the whole fish fry all by himself. What a delicious fish baked out.
Oh, they are. Walleyes are good bait too, but I like northerns.
I like northern. Everybody says, I think they don't like northern because of the bones.
Yeah.
And to me, I don't mind the bones.
No.
You better have Bud teach you how to take them bones out.
Well, I usually just do it after I cook them.
Well, there's an easy way to get them out so they're boneless. Actually, it's pretty simple.
Mike cuts him off when he lays them.
Yeah, a lot of guys do. I see guys out there with electric knives and going through those, going, and they take that bone right out. They just cut it down the back, and then I don't know what they do. They do something with the sides, and they end up with like 3 fillets. You know, the one down the back, where that chunk of meat, there's no bones at all in it. But that's okay. I showed Christopher how to do it. That was pretty easy.
Yeah, we eat them always. No matter if they got the bones in or not, whatever. But it's pretty nice to eat them without the bones.
Yeah.
We seem to eat more.
Well, I usually get all the boneless, give it to the, when I have a fish fry, I've usually got 40 people at it, you know. So it's usually a lot of, it goes through my, everything we catch is in the fish fry, and I usually have to go out and buy some more. But I take save all the stuff with bones, and I keep that for myself, and then all the rest of the stuff you know, even if I have fillets, I'll cut the strip of northern that has no bones, and then the other strip that's thinner, I put it off to the side for me. And it works fine. Everybody, you know, they find maybe 1 or 2 bones in the whole, out of everybody. Yeah. You know, and then I sit there and chew on the rest of it the next day, cold. And
Guy from Nebraska, way southern Nebraska, he used to come with a motor home and stayed in the cabin back a few years back. And he would take the bony parts and pickle them.
yeah, that's the one guy that fishes with us up in Vermilion. He brings them a quart jar of his pickled northern.
Yeah.
He always wants a 2-pound northern size. And he just cuts them up and throws them in the jar, and boy, they're good. Yeah, Ruth says you're gonna have to find out if you can stay in that cabin one night, so Chris could know what it's like to stay in the cabin.
Oh.
I said, well, I think it's rented. I think it's being used. So I said,
Yeah, we could have arranged that if it would have been empty.
well, I told him, I said, it's not, that morning side is not a lot different. I said, but it's got a shower.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you used the bathroom yet.
My God, the bathroom's pretty good this spring, though.
Is it?
I haven't had to use that lime yet in there, Bud.
Oh,
Smells fresh as the cabin over there in Eagle Lake.
yeah. Good. Yeah, I got some what you brought up too in the under the Mary.
Go on over there and
brought
check
me
it out.
that other, and
You've never seen a
so
bathroom like
I
that.
kept that from you too.
Well, there's a full. I brought up a full bag now. There's a brand new bag sitting in there, so.
Oh, well, I'll do all some of them.
What do you think?
Where's the flusher?
Yeah, just don't forget to flush it, Chris. Yeah.
do you think?
Everything almost a year.
That's for roughing it.
That's roughing it.
Yeah.
Smell okay in there? I remember it used to get pretty ripe. I think after about a week of us around here.
Oh yeah, but now we keep putting lime in it. It's pretty good, you know. Then you appreciate the other modern conveniences.
You bet. You bet. Yeah, that's why I told my wife. She came up here and she says, "Oh, I can't do this." I said, "Yeah, you can." So now I got her in the Motel 6s and Motel 8s. You used to have to be in the better places. Now she's happy with the cheaper ones. Well, that's even Mom though. The last few times she came up here, I think she stayed up at the Morningside or someplace up there. But a lot of people, that's roughing it.
Yeah. Yeah, Lynn and Ronnie stayed there when they was the last time, I think. Then they came off.
Yeah, I kind of was wondering if Ron wanted to come up with me, but
Is he still at the still living for that greenhouse deal? Or?
yeah, he's doing Schaefer's, yeah, Schaefer's greenhouse. He's been working there. He was working for the Farm Bureau, the FS, Farm Services, for a while, and he just kind of finds little delivery jobs here and there.
Well, truck drivers they can always get jobs.
Yeah.
Nancy's husband, Ronnie, he drove truck millions of miles. Last year, he's up close to the Canadian border. Another semi hit his from the rear. He's retired now. Got a bad neck.
That's how it can happen, though.
Did most of the driving for Daggett.
Yeah, I remember Daggett's were here back then, too.
They're old company.
Yeah. And the Herps, that's your, you say that was your niece or?
Brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nancy Herbst, yeah.
Because Nancy was Linda's age, wasn't
Yep. Yeah, those girls had fun together.
she? Yeah. Yeah, they were about the same age. I remember that.
Yeah.
She was blonde, if I remember right.
Right. Yeah, I got a color picture. Then one of Nancy in their swimsuits.
Yeah.
Pretty trim then.
You bet.
But I think Nancy's probably she went on a diet, but I haven't seen her. Went on that Atkins diet.
Atkins diet, yeah.
But I don't know if she stayed on.
Well, I put on the weight over the last 10 years too, and that's not a lot of fun.
No.
But I just don't get up and move around enough.
Right.
So I need these grandkids to get me moving again.
Yeah.
I used to run all the time with my boys when they were younger and play baseball.
Well, that alone won't do it though. You gotta watch your diet too.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I've been for probably, since I've gained all my weight since I started eating healthy. I eat a lot of salads. I don't eat I mean, we do have fast food once in a while, but most of the time we have chicken breast maybe and a baked potato. And we don't eat a lot, but when you're not moving.
Yeah. Yeah, it builds up. I gotta use my rowing machine. I was gonna do that this afternoon, but I was glad I did. Go every other day.
Yeah.
Need to keep.
You bet.
Made a difference.
Oh, I remember rowing here. That's one of the best exercises I think there is.
What, rowing a boat?
Yep.
Yeah, my doctor says he's real happy about when I was rowing the boat. He's glad I'm
Don't do that.
back on the machine.
That will bend his legs in his chair. Well, now, Bud, what happened to you? Did you have polio when you were younger, or you just?
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought, but I guess I never asked. When did that hit you?
About 4.5.
Well, I know you did pretty good. You're still doing pretty good, getting around with that. That's nice that those things are around.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a rough time about, actually in 85, I was pulling out, I always had to open the beaver deck so the water wouldn't get
Right,
dry.
right.
I was pulling on this big old ash log and had a hole with a old hole. That hole that's sitting right against the shack.
Yep.
And slipped off, hit my head on the back end of, had a boat like that by shoulder. It was a little narrower than that one. And God, I saw stars. I don't know if I passed out or not, but I must came, rode back up and didn't feel too bad. About 2 weeks later, lost my strength. And couldn't even take care of stuff down here. People were supposed to come and I told them they had to do the work themselves.
Yep.
And I didn't even realize then that I had a blood clot up in there. Went to the doctor, didn't tell them. They did everything but a CAT scan. That's all it would have taken.
Yeah.
Nurse from Nebraska that's been coming here since he was been 16 years old. I said to Gloria, I said, told her all of that. Oh, she said, you had a mild concussion.
Just shows you how fast it can happen.
Yeah. So after that, I could still drive my Jeeps and my old Rambler. I had a different Rambler than this. I probably, no, I was on the old one like this when you came up last night. But, just before that, I could, even when I first got that, I could still drive. Then I sold that last year. $100.
Is that right?
Yeah. guy drove it all the way, almost down the Albert Lee. Wells is the name of the town. And they used to come up about the time you guys were coming. Yeah. They were all in the end cabin.
Does Ike got any, you guys got any cattle?
His nephew, Roger, he took that over.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Got about 50 yet. Good luck on the calves so far.
Oh, good.
But it's just about a week ago he lost his best bull, hardware disease. Found the hardware goes to his heart. $900.
It's too bad.
Yeah. He's a bachelor, he's got plenty. He and Nancy and Linda and Ronnie went off together way back when you guys were up there. So he got lots of money. Bought 7 tractors, restored them, mostly John Deere's.
Yeah, well, it's we saw that osprey out here
Oh,
this morning.
he didn't die for anything.
Well, he went after something out there, but then he didn't quite make it. He got to the water and he just went back up. So must have thought there was something there and it wasn't.
Probably too fast for him.
Yeah, maybe.
What's that now?
Yeah, it looks like an old loon.
Wait.
Off towards the house. Look out to the left there. There it landed.
Oh, that's it.
Or a cormorant, maybe.
I'm afraid it's that darn cormorant.
Yeah, it could have been a cormorant. I got yeah, that's not a loon, I don't think. I brought the binoculars so Chris could use those and kind of look around.
Yeah, they're handy to have.
Yeah, well, I think that, what time do you think it's the sunset? Must be about 9?
Around that.
That's, Chris couldn't believe it was still sunshine at 8:30. Usually it's dark down home.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. That it gets dark a lot earlier.
Yeah, we're just far enough east of you guys to about a half hour, 45 minutes probably. Yeah, and I think they said sunrise is at 5:30, and I think ours is before 5, right at 5 it comes up. So yeah, so we're probably gonna go out in the morning unless it's storming. I don't know. We may have to put the top. I didn't put the top on the boat.
I actually wanted to.
Probably, if it's, this storm might go past us. Most of them have been going up north of us. And, but if it does storm, there will be, sometimes, like if the crappies aren't hitting before the storm,
They'll hit
they'll
after.
hit after. So that might happen.
Well, I'd like to catch a bunch of crappies. I think you'd have a fun time catching them. We got that nice live well, a boy that keeps them alive good.
There's a few big ones left yet. Those
What are
14
that?
inchers.
Oh yeah, but to him, probably every fish he's caught is bigger than anything he's been catching, isn't it? You don't catch fish this big back in Illinois, do you?
I seen a fox City.
Something loon or
Oh,
is that a cormorant?
That's that's a duck, I think.
I think that's a cormorant.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Big old long neck on it,
I don't see.
right out in front of the dock.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he's just got his shoulders up and his head up.
You like my racetrack, Grandpa?
Yeah. Like a giant sandbox up here, isn't it?
Yeah. You like it, bud?
Well, you got a horn? Yeah.
Try to scare that cormorant off.
What's that
You don't
for?
scare. Go hit her on that boat. Holler at her. Hit her on this boat.
Run out the end of the dock there and wave your arms and yell at him.
Okay.
Bang on this boat right
Bang on the
here.
boat a minute.
Chris.
Oh, there you got him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says, I guess they don't want me around here. I'll head out.
Well,
They stick around. I'll have this guy that's coming week after. Next I'll have him. He brought a shotgun up and boy, he got him out of here.
Oh, yeah.
He shot someone.
Yeah,
They'd be up in the trees. Shot him at him. Early in the morning. Chased him out.
yeah, they had an old dead tree, and they had, I'll bet there was 40, maybe 50 cormorants up in Lake Vermilion in that dead tree. Every morning you go out and take off, and they'd all sit up in that tree just honking at you.
They can, enough of them can ruin the lake.
Yeah. Yeah, there he's coming back.
Hey! Get my other whistle.
Yeah, he's getting up, climbing up this time, so he's taking off.
you know how hard it is to walk with these things and it's
Really hard. Try and look at some of those dragonflies up there. Why are you giving that to me?
I don't know, so I don't have to put it on there. You want to hear mine?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's a
Get
good
like
one.
my noise, yeah. That, you can do that.
Yeah,
Good.
Grandpa can't do it, but try and see if you can pick up those dragonflies up in the sky. Look at them. They're all over there. Now you got to focus it. You might have to turn that knob in the middle.
How many power is it?
I don't know. Seven by 35.
Oh, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, well, I use it for deer hunting.
Yeah.
And it's a wide angle, so you can see a wide area.
I got a wide angle 50.
Yeah, that's really powerful.
You gotta steady yourself.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you need one of those
Should have a
tripods.
tripod, yeah.
Yeah.
Fish for deer on, compass on top, matches
Oh, and inside keeps
Whis-
it dry.
Whistle if you get lost.
Lost.
So what's inside?
Matches. It keeps them dry.
To light a fire, you get lost. Gotta stay in the woods overnight. Gotta keep warm, and then they can see the smoke.
How about, have you seen any bears up here?
There's bears up here?
There's
Probably.
one came to Gail's place, 6 miles out of town, tore the bird feeders apart.
To get the feed, huh?
Yeah. Boy, was she good. Getting in, called the game warden out there.
Yeah, we were driving back from Murphy, and right out by your side entrance, there's a deer standing there alongside the road.
Oh, yeah.
Jumped back in. I told Chris, I said, you'll see some deer.
Bud, you want to go
Well,
Yeah, let him see it.
uh,
Try it. See if he can. See if he
right
can see it.
Right now, all at once I have a little trouble with my eye. But, oh yeah, good glasses. Yeah, we got a pair of 35s up there too that I've used.
Yeah, they.
I could look out of the window of the house, see way down at the other end of the lake. What we saw.
That's how you
down there.
change the view.
Right.
Probably have to take up your. Oh, I thought the kids were coming back with a truck.
Well, we're about ready to head. I think we got to get in and get some minnows before the leeches before
Where they goes.
they close. Darn old bees.
We're
They
gonna
like.
fish again?
Are we gonna fish again? No, I imagine we might. It's only 4:30.
Well, you still have time to try acorn and look over if you find that access, but it's kind of steep incline there by the access.
Bye, Grandpa. I'm driving off the dock.
You may get your bath early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's still rolling.
Oh, you're getting that all on tape.
Right now.
Huh? Yeah, we can.
I saw the raptors for this cabin. Saw them, all the raptors for that this cabin. My hand.
Oh, is that right? I remember those in there.
Used one as a pattern.
What? That's where you put fish. to keep the fish until the next day so you can clean them. If the turtles don't eat them.
That is solid.